Here's your weekly SunStar Baguio Newsbits. A look at this week's headlines.
Baguio Covid system hailed. Female cadet tops PMA class 2020. Lawmaker ups Benguet medical equipment. Minors rescued in Itogon. Public asked to report overcharging. 4.3 million pesos weed confiscated in Kalinga. Mayor tells cops to be leaders. And in sports, intense training further toughens Adiwang.
And for the details. National Task Force for COVID-19 Response Chief Implementer Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. is set to recommend local government units in the country to adopt contact tracing measures done by Baguio City. This report from Jonathan Yanes.
In his visit to the country's summer capital, Galvez said, despite the complexity of the contact tracing procedure, Mayor Benjamin Magalong has shown this can be done with the use of artificial intelligence and technology. Instead of asking COVID-19 patients to simply list persons they interacted with, Baguio authorities seeks to refresh the memory of positive patients on where they went to identify possible carriers of the disease, including non-personal acquaintances. Contact tracing is a labor-intensive process of finding out who positive coronavirus patients have been in proximity with, testing and quarantine of various connections if necessary. Galvez shares the insight of Magalong on the importance of collecting information effectively, as stories need to be established through cognitive interviewing, which involves asking questions and helping the interviewees remember past incidents. The Interior and Local Government Department earlier praised the city for ordering aggressive contact tracing procedures to stop the spread of COVID-19. Jonathan Llanes, SunStar Baguio.
A female cadet from Etiague, Isabela, topped the Philippine Military Academy Masiglaoing class of 2020. This report from Loren Alimondo.
Cadet First Class Gemaline Sugi, 25, bested 195 other graduates and becomes the sixth female cadet to have led the PMA graduating class. Sugi said, although the training at the PMA was difficult, she never thought of quitting as this was among her dreams. This year's top cadet is a daughter of a public school teacher and a farmer. PMA's graduation ceremonies this year is not open to the public, including families of the graduating cadets, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. PMA said the graduates will be reporting straight to their services to augment forces at the front lines of the country's COVID-19 response efforts. Of the 196 graduates, 100 will join the Philippine Army, while 45 and 51 will join the Philippine Air Force and Philippine Navy respectively. Sugi is set to join the Philippine Army. Lauren Alimondo, SunStar Baguio.
Benguet caretaker Congressman Eric Goyap donated additional equipment to the province to boost testing capacity for COVID-19. Loren Alimondo returns.
An automated RNA extractor and PCR machine to process specimens from coronavirus disease patients was received by the province on May 21. The lawmaker intends to donate the machines to Benguet General Hospital, but for the meantime, until such time that the hospital is ready, it will execute a memorandum of agreement to Baguio General Hospital and Medical Center, which is the only COVID-19 testing center in Northern Luzon. Governor Melchor de Glas thanked the Solon on Thursday for his donation to the province. Yap said not only quarantine but additional tests, swift release of results and mass testing is also needed in the battle against the global pandemic. Lord Alimondo, SunStar Baguio.
3 children were rescued from their alleged abductor in Itogon, Benguet Tuesday morning.
Itogon Municipal Police Station disclosed lone suspect Rogelio Fernandez, a construction worker in the town, was arrested and now faces charges of kidnapping and violations of Republic Act 9262, or the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Act of 2004. Relatives of the children earlier posted photographs in social media of the 3 who went missing on Monday, May 18. Major Romel Sawatang Itogon MPS chief said the missing children were reported to police by their relatives and were last seen playing outside their house. Sawatang added the children were rescued after a manhunt operation while the suspect was arrested in Sitio Tuap, Gumatdang, Itogon. The 3 children are currently undergoing stress debriefing with the Municipal Social Welfare and Development Office. Sawatang said the suspect also has a murder case in Baguio City.
According to police, the suspect kidnapped the 3 children after his employer failed to pay his salary. However, the children are not related to the suspect's employer. Baguio Councilor Benny Bomogao is calling on the public to report overcharging jeepney drivers. This report from Maria Elena Catahan.
Bumogao said those who insist on doubling jeepney fare should be reported to the LTFRB or the city mayor's office and warned. If the practice continues, subsidy for jeepney drivers may be revoked. The lawmaker added, donation boxes at jeepneys is also illegal and should be removed, as he urged the public to report the illegal act. During the ECQ, a 20 peso jeep fare was asked by drivers as operations were limited. Most of the riding public gave in and paid the higher fare, seeing few jeeps allowed to ply the streets and with a half load in each trip. As the city transitioned into the general community quarantine, all jeepney lines have been allowed to operate but still in a scaled-down capacity. In response to the plight of drivers, a 20 million peso subsidy has been allotted by the city government to augment income, giving a 600 a week payout for drivers. Reports have reached City Hall on a prevalent overcharging of drivers plying the roads, which pushed Baguio Mayor Benjamin Magalong to threaten a halt in the subsidy. Maria Elena Catahan, SunStar Baguio.
2 individuals were arrested by operatives of the Tinglayan Police Station in Kalinga Province May 19 after recovering 4 sacks of dried marijuana. Jonathan Llanes returns.
The suspects identified as Rich Van Dam Alegre Armoreda, 25, shoe vendor, and Martin Serrano, 22, both residents of Caloocan City, face charges of violations of the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act. The haul contained 36 pieces of plastic tubes with dried marijuana stalks and leaves with a dangerous drugs board value of 4.3 million. The arrest came as police personnel were conducting a routine mobile patrol when they saw the vehicle parked beside the national road driven by the suspects who evaded arrest until caught by police operatives. Jonathan Llanes, SunStar Baguio.
Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong reiterated the importance of leadership in the Philippine National Police as a means to impose to the regional, city, provincial, and municipal levels of command. This report from Joven Peralta.
As the former chief of the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, Mayor Benji Magalong said, as implementers of the law, they should set the example and not violate the law. The call came after PNP filed criminal cases against Metro Manila Police Chief Major General Debold Sinas and 18 other police officials and personnel for celebrating a birthday party and violating quarantine rules. The PNP filed the criminal case with the Taguig Prosecutor's Office on May 15, accusing them of violating Taguig City Ordinance No. 12-2020 requiring the wearing of face masks and the enforcement of physical distancing. Internal Affairs Service Chief Alfigal Tarayambulo, in a separate memorandum to PNP Chief General Archie Gamboa, said the infamous birthday celebration constituted administrative offenses of less grave neglect of duty and less grave misconduct. Joven Peralta, SunStar Baguio.
And in sports, setting his sights for a possible shot at the world title, Rising One Championship strawweight prospect Lito Adiwang is bracing for tougher training ahead of his career. This report from G. Nicole Cortez.
Adiwang of the famed Team Lakay is dubbed as one of the most exciting athletes in his division, and with a knack for scoring highlight reel finishes and electrifying huge crowds with his fan-pleasing style. The One Warrior Series product earned a 6-figure contract to join the One Championship main roster after blowing away the competition in One Warrior Series, Rich Franklin's reality TV show, winning his first 3 encounters, 2 of them by knockout. Adiwang has gone unbeaten and won so far, demolishing top talents Senzo Ikeda and Pongsiri Mitsatit since his global debut. But while he undoubtedly possesses natural talent, Adiwang is quick to point out that training at Team Lakay has fortified his skill set. Adiwang sets his sights on former 12-time flyweight world champion and one flyweight world Grand Prix champion Demetrius Johnson of the United States. Nicole Cortez, SunStar Baguio.
And that's your weekly SunStar Baguio Newsbits. For more updates, visit us at our website and our social media accounts. Till next weekend, this is Conway Copas, reminding you to grab a copy of SunStar Baguio, the only daily newspaper in Northern Luzon.